excited to be able to share this presentation with you. I know we just came through our international convention, our live convention. And so we're super excited about our days ahead. The next 90 days is going to be a run for the money. We're super excited about the opportunity that we have been tremendously blessed with. And we're going to get started in the next 60 seconds. You have a few minutes just to invite last minute text. If you have anybody you've invited on the call as a guest, feel free just to send them a last minute text and message before we load up our presentation and we are ready to go. Welcome on the call. Again, if you just joined, let me know your city, let me know your state, let me know your country. I'd love to invite you on the call and welcome you. Thank you. All right. Welcome on the call, Michigan. I always like to make sure I am respecting time. And so we always like to make sure we're professional here. I'm going to leave my camera off just for a little bit. I'm on my phone and I'm sharing the new presentation. I just want to make sure that you see the presentation clearly. Just give me a 7 in the chat if you see the presentation clearly so I know that I can just go ahead and get going. Let me know if you see our screen. Those of you on the call, just give me a 7 in the chat. Let me know if you guys see the presentation. We're going to get going. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So we're going to go with it. Now, I know you're hearing me. You saw me before. I'm just going to keep it here just to keep it simple. I got started in the space of entrepreneurship in the year 2010. So I born and raised in Trinidad, and if you know anything about the Caribbean, as far as when the parents, at least from the 80s, the big thing was you must go to school and get a solid education. That is how you secure your future. And so the big thing is to make sure your kids get a good education and push through, make sure they get a degree and get a good job. And that's what I grew up hearing in my house. And I did that. I came to the US, came to Florida, and I did school. I got a degree in management information systems, got a job at Dell, and I was just excited to be employed. One thing I noticed is that my manager did not have a degree. I had a degree with no experience. He had experience with no degree. He was making more money than me. He was my manager, and that confused me. The second thing I realized is how low the pay was. So even though you had a degree, you didn't have much experience, they're not trying to pay you the most. So that was a big surprise to me. And when I really found out in the office, how long it would take me to make what I thought was good money. I thought good money at that time, understand this is in 2001, when I graduated, if you made 70,000 US dollars a year starting off out of college, that was good money at that time. $70,000 a year. This is in 2001, right? So I'm like, that would have been good money. Today, I mean, there might be some different perspectives on the call, but today people are, they feel a little bit more comfortable earning over $100,000 a year. So when I came out, I was nowhere close to 70,000. And when I found out in the office really who is earning that type and the amount of time that they were in the company, I knew day one I had to start looking at other means of gaining income if I wanted to have some type of lifestyle. It's one thing to have life, but no style. And you need a little bit more income if you want to just have an experience past what I call month to month. Put a 2 in the chat if you know what is the month to month experience. Month to month is what you call living in the land of just enough. You can live in the land of not enough, live in the land of just enough, or you can live in the land of more than enough. And can I tell you, I've had enough experience of not enough, and it doesn't feel good. You know, my father was a school teacher, then he became a pastor. My mom was unemployed at the time. And for a lot of years, we really just lived in what I call the place of not enough or just enough. And I wanted something different. So I got introduced to this industry by a good friend who was an attorney. And I'll tell you a little bit more along the way, but this is what really freed up my thinking to start seeing myself as an entrepreneur. And then using the internet showed me how to be in the digital space and really create a business globally and be able to do what I could not do in corporate. So I joined arms with a vision that I agreed with. And what do I mean? You know, Nvisionu is a health and wealth company, right? Our vision is to positively impact the lives of 1 billion people, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Now you'll say, well, Luke, why did you agree with this vision? For me, I have to agree with the values of anything I am involved with. It's very important for me to know background, leadership, reputation, the values and principles, right? I'm also a minister of the gospel. And so that's very important for me that if I'm going to take my energies anywhere, I want the values to be congruent to my personal values. And so you see, to lead with the values of love, integrity, unity, and trust. And in the process, create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. This was very important to me. I knew the leadership, David Imonite and Ivan Tapia. They had great success, made a lot of money, but not just the money, consistency of character, a good name in the industry. They both had done exceptionally well. And so when they joined arms, they were creating something that had never been created in the industry before. So we launched in 2023, really. And so we're a new company. And we started with our founders and people who have, you know, had good experience in the industry. And we were a very small group when we kicked this thing off. And the momentum kicked off when we started to offer, you know, high value products with a group of leaders that had already gained influence in the industry to be able to be high momentum leaders. And that's what we've really pulled together. We started with digital education, where you can come on and learn a course. You know, I told individuals through COVID, it was a time for you to retool and to upskill. If you want to increase your money, you know, it was Jim Rohn that says we are not paid for the time, but we are paid for the value we bring to the marketplace. So if you're paid for value that you bring to the marketplace, an easy way to up your pay is to up your value. And an easy way to up your value is to up your skills. What problems can you solve? A lot of people have learned very powerful skills in the digital space online just from learning through courses. And we offer that through technology, the metaverse, real estate, financial literacy, marketing, and more. And the second place we launch is in the health and wellness place, solving problems with energy and weight loss and sleep, eyesight, stress relief, and many other health benefits. So the digital learning platform, or the DLP, is there for you to benefit from. One of our specific specialties there is our technology, with people being able to learn in the Forex space. You know, Forex, $7.3 trillion is traded every day in this space. And you would have heard many years back, probably about 4 or 5 years back, very popular in the space of network marketing. What we decided to do is to improve on what we saw out there. One, we knew people needed to get an authentic education. So, right in an app, we've put together very powerful education with artificial intelligence integration. Secondly, we knew that people needed tools to prevent them from making fundamental mistakes. So, for example, you can use our app that you can download by scanning this QR code that you see right there. And you can actually be able to put in orders straight from our app. It has taken away all the technical difficulties away from trading and given an individual a simple platform that they can benefit. Now, we don't give any guarantees of returns. What we do is put our time and effort to guarantee that someone will get a solid education. They get the solid support, and then they get the technology to enhance their experience in the Forex and crypto space. Continuing our health and wellness value, we have our flagship products. Just released a brand new one that you're going to hear about, but our Alive juices have been going all over the world and doing exceptional experiences for those who have been using it. And then we had our sprays initially that we started off before the Alive. And I spoke to you about some problems that we're solving. One of the things I want you to know, our products are great for personal use. But when it comes to business, you have to ask yourself, how big of a problem are we solving? Because if you solve small problems, yes, you'll do well, but the impact is going to be small. But if you solve great problems, I believe not just the impact, but the income can be great. Many people today understand that baby boomers are retiring at the rate of 10,000 a day. One of the greatest needs today are health concerns of those that are retiring at the rate of 10,000. We have made it very simple for individuals to get as much of the good stuff that they take through many other methods. Absorption rate through what we call the spray technology gives an individual 93% of the good stuff that they're taking. So when it comes to sleep, like our dreaming spray, just to mention, or our B12 spray, the empowered, or our B Fit with the weight loss, you can carry this very easily. I can put on tens of testimonies here for you to see the very powerful impact of our products. And well, I grew up in Trinidad. So for me, when it comes to juices, that was very popular in growing up. And even today, many people solve a lot of health issues in a very natural way. They will be blending or some type of bush or some type of root or some type of bark or some type of leaf. We grew up in that culture. So when I saw this drink and I saw the ingredients like apple cinnamon and aloe vera leaf gel, spirulina and chlorella, cinnamon bark extract, raspberry ketone, green tea extract, ginger root, vitamin B12, and cranberry extract, and maca root, all in the same drink, I knew that we had a winner. You say, well, Luke, what are some of the benefits of this? Your metabolism boost, blood sugar support. I can tell you in my region, like in Trinidad, some of the highest levels of diabetes in the world is right here in the Caribbean. So these products have proven to be high value to the market here. Balancing hormones, increasing energy, enhances mood, decreasing appetite, weight management. 7 benefits right in that one bottle. So this is a staple in my home. Everybody has it. My 5-year-old, my 7-year-old, my wife, myself, my father. I've shared it with the entire family because of the beauty. And brand new, I wish I could do a drum roll, just released at our International Alive Convention is our Alive Skin and Beauty High Absorption Liquid Collagen. I mean, you can see from the packaging that we know this is a superstar. It's wrapped in gold foil, absolutely incredible, excellent. Now, you can do your own research on collagen as far as the size and the scope of this industry. If you just Google it right now on your phone, you will see It's heading for an 18% increase over the next 2 to 3 years, billions of dollars in this collagen industry. And remember, any business or product that follows solving problems to the baby boomers, the largest group born between 1946 and 1964, any products or services that solve problems for the baby boomers, ladies and gentlemen, will boom. So this liquid collagen is very powerful. It's dairy-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, no artificial colors, natural flavors, cruelty-free. And what are the benefits? Skin, hair. As some of my sisters in the company told me, Luke, it wasn't but under 2 weeks because the CFO and CVO kind of did a soft release for individuals to be products of the products long before we actually could access it officially. And when they told me the glow that they saw on their skin, they said the only thing they were doing different was consuming our liquid collagen high absorption liquid. I mean, absolutely incredible. Tastes great. I have to be honest, I have not tried it as yet. My shipment is on the way from convention. But for those of you on the call who have tried it, I mean, the results, the feedback has been absolutely incredible. Gut health results, joints and bones, nail growth, hair, weight loss, and skincare, all in one bottle. Now, let me do a quick recap before I just end this off and give you the last part. When you hear of the health and wealth company Nvisionu, the star of the show is really the vision. We will have a lot of products being added in the future. But what is the star? The star is the vision. Why do I say that? The wealth of any company is in really who they want to become in the future. It's not just good to do business with people who do good business. You want to do business with people who are also good. And I tell you, that's one of the biggest wins here. There are many people who have done exceptionally well financially. But today, you and I know there are many examples of people who have not lost because of a lack of skill, but a lack of morals and a lack of character. So, a very leadership at the top is one of the greatest victories that we have. After the leadership, we have a very powerful vision. And the values trickle down straight to the products and straight to the actual opportunity that is offered. So we have our courses, which is our digital education, your financial literacy, into our digital app that is teaching you getting into the Forex and crypto markets with powerful technology. And on the health side, we have our sprays, our liquid absorption blend with the Alive juices, our ABC, and then our new release on our skin health product from our Live line. So altogether, those are the high value products that you have the ability to firstly consume and become a product of the product. But I now transition to show you that you can not just have this thing come to you, but you can actually have this thing flow through you. See, we are in the network marketing space. A lot of people really don't understand this space. And let me proudly say this, and I don't make any claim, or let me put out a disclaimer here. When I first came into this industry, I heard good things and I heard a lot of negative things. And the truth is, on both sides, there are facts. But you had to learn how to prove what is a good opportunity in this space. Good leadership, solid vision, products that actually work, a compensation plan that's aggressive, and good timing for the product that you're actually in. Now, once you've seen that those four elements are there, the only other element that has to be true is you. And I had the privilege of actually being up close and personal with individuals whose lives have been transformed by this industry. I tell you the truth, there's a real opportunity here. And what we do is first, we allow the thing to do the work in us. That means I use the product and I see the benefit of us. But then we allow this thing to do the work through us. Because it has done something for me, I now have the ability to share it with my friends, my family, my coworkers, and my neighbors. And that's the process of what we do here. Nvisionu gives you the opportunity not just to participate and consume high value health and wealth products, but also to be able to share it with others. Now, how do you become a part of the vision? You can join with our product packs right now. We have a very good special on $249. That's the amount of products you get. I'll tell you, it's a lot of products, but by the time you start sharing it with friends, family, coworkers, and neighbors, you're going to need more. It's $249. It gets you in. I do believe there are ways for you to be able to upgrade to the highest level. And the person who placed you on this call, they can show you. But this is our conference special. I do think it's available all the way to the end of June, but I could be wrong. Or you can get a few more products, $4.99. It gives you 15% in the binary. The other one was 10%. Or you can get the Premier Pack, which is $9.99. That gives you 20% in the binary. And I'll explain that to you. Now, what really determines the amount of products that you start with? Well, here's how this works. It's not just the amount of money you have. Some of you are aware of this business opportunity as far as network marketing. Some of you are aware of your current market, the amount of people you know, the size of your influence. Some of you, if you are aware of the business model, you always want to start at the highest level so you can get the highest return. Speak with the person who invited you on. The key is just don't deliberate about getting started once you get excited about what you see here. Get started. Our goal is to make sure that you start where you're informed and you're comfortable. And we work very quickly in our first month to get you at the highest level of return that you can possibly get here, which is 20 to 25%. You learn about that. We have our digital packs, same prices, same levels that you heard before. And now what I just want to show you quickly is how you can use this, firstly, to create a part-time income. Somebody put part-time in the chat. I heard from a man called Jim Rohn. He says, when you get opportunities like this, the first goal is that, let's say you spend 500, you should be able to earn back what you invested in the business. That's one of your first goals, break even. So I put out 1,000, I earn 1,000. I put out 500, I earn 500. I put out 250, I earn 250. If you got started with me as the person who you partnered with, one of my first goals is to make sure that people can at least break even and then start heading into profit, right? Because they're starting a business. So I'm going to show you the different ways the company allows you to actually make a profit. You don't have to come up with the marketing materials. You don't have to come up with accounting. You don't have to come up with your website. You don't have to come up with customer support. You don't have to come up with the products, the distribution, the warehousing, none of that. All you have is the belief in the product that you consume and then practicing the skill of leadership to share this. And we are open in several different countries you're going to hear about. So the first thing is that you will get the products at wholesale. And you can make 40 to 50% on the markup when you retail it. So in your first 30 days, usually I get to the closest people in my life and I tell them I've launched a new business and I want them to be able to try the product, and I give them free samples. So let's say 10 couples, they're my friends. Hey, I just launched my new business. I would love for you to try my new products. Give me a feedback. Let me know how it tastes. Let me know how it makes you feel. And from that, let's say 10 of them, they support me with 1 bottle each. Already out of products, if you really count the amount of bottles that you got in the packages. You already sell 10 to 20 bottles. Let's just say 10 couples decide to take 2 bottles for their family. You need 20 bottles. They'll have to go straight to your website. On average, let's say you make a $50 from their purchase. Retail profit, 50 by 10, that's $500. Then, amongst some of the people that you know, some of them are business minded, like some of you on the call. You're not just good as a consumer, you actually think as a producer. So if you like what you hear, if you do your research on collagen, you do your research on the health and wellness space and network marketing, you do your research on what the liquids, high absorption liquids are moving for online, and the trend of what is taking place of products being created for our baby boomers who are retiring, you'd understand there's a serious opportunity here. So there, some of the business-minded people, they're going to say, well, Luke, I want to consume it, but I also want to be able to participate as a business owner. And they get started at one of the levels. The company will pay you a one-time fast start bonus, 25 on the core, 60 on the essential, and 130 on the premier. So that's another way that you get a stream of income. Then every week, what the company does is that you have a right team and a left team. This is called your binary. So let's say 10 people got started with me in the first month. I'll put 5 on my left team, 5 on my right team. And as I'm working with them and they're moving products to their networks, it creates a certain amount of volume. And based on the package that I came with, whether core, which pays out 10%, essential 15, or premier 20, the calculator will calculate how much I produced on my left team, my right team, and pay me up to 20%, which is the highest at premier, and as low as 10%, which is the core of my production. So every week there's production. Why? People are sharing with their friends, family, coworkers, and neighbors, and it's generating a certain amount of volume. As I help the people who come in with me to make money, the company gives me a check match. So if they make 500 for the week in the binary, the company will give me a 50% check match on those who I personally recruited into the business. And starting from 10 up to 50% on my second level, they will also pay out check matches according to my rank. The last thing I want to show you here, this is the long-term business. I always like to use Netflix as an example. If you subscribe, if you have a subscription every month that you already pay, whether it be phone, cable, Netflix, any one of those, Zoom, put an 8 in the chat that you already pay a subscription. Every month you pay a subscription. You pay a subscription to somebody. Phone, I don't know, supermarket, cable, whatever. Everybody's paying something to some company every month, right? Without fail. What you have to see here is 5 to 7 years down the road. Let's say you committed to this vision, you understood what this thing is. 5 to 7 years down the road, what I'm trying to create for my family and I, right? I have a family of 4, husband of 1 wife. I have 2 kids who I love dearly. And I read a book every day that says you must leave an inheritance for your children's children. So what I'm trying to do over the next 5 years, which is already done, is to create a customer base of people that love the NVU products. They love the sprays, they love the juices, they love the courses, they love the apps, they love the, and we have coffee, we have gut health products that are about to release. So they love the NVU products. And let's just say they spend enough to give me 50 commissionable volume points every month. Just 50. Let's say they spend $100 for their family to get NVU products. So that, let's say it gives me about 50 CV. All I'm doing over the next 5 to 10 years is building a customer base that every month when they pay their subscription, the company will pay me a percentage of all of that put together. Just look at the first line, right? 1,100 in commissionable volume will pay me a check of $500. Now, let me give you an example of what is 200 in commissionable volume. My family will use 6 bottles of Alive every month. That's 200 commissionable volume. So if 6 families take the same supply as my family, that will be 1,200 in commissionable volume, and that will pay out a check of $500 every month. All I'll say to you is this: the better you get at training individuals to earn a check of $500 every month, the higher your paycheck becomes. That's all we're doing here, is teaching people to build a customer base of people who love our NVU health and wealth products, and they'll subscribe to it every month. And we take our time and we build this thing month after month. Get a brand new 10 customers. We call that Perfect 10. And every month you just add to your customer base and teach your people to add to their customer base. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Luke Kwamina. Let me see if I can put my camera back on here. What I have told you over the last 29 minutes is the absolute truth. As a matter of fact, I am brave enough to tell, and sometimes I can tell anybody this: Google research as I'm presenting anything I have shared. And the reason I'm confident is that I only tell the truth because I always remember when I was in your position. I don't want anybody to sell me or just tell me stuff just for me to buy. I have a little bit more respect for you and your family and your hardworking dollars. We hold a position of integrity here that we believe that what we have is green, but it might not be great for everyone. But the key here is for you to see the vision. We're very early into this journey. As a matter of fact, on the call on Sunday, based on what I've heard so far, I don't know everything, but based on what I've heard so far, and I want to invite you on to Sunday's call immediately. What is about to be released for this company is going to give, hear me, I have my sister from the UK on here. The average individual, listen to me, the average individual who doesn't know how to present, talk, don't know a lot of people, don't know how to do things online, none of that stuff. The average individual to have the ability to earn $500 to $600 a month with just about probably 5 friends supporting their business, health or wealth products. Now, here's why that's significant to me. I'm a pastor. I do a lot of counseling. The statistics are most foreclosures and divorces in the US can be stopped with an extra $500 to $600. These are facts. Go research it. Most divorces and foreclosures could be stopped with an extra $500 to $600 coming into a household per year. That's about $7,200 per year. So this might not make somebody a millionaire, but an extra $600 a month from a very simple platform with high value products, I know we can help a lot of people to win. And that's really what I wanted to share with you this evening. You get back with the person who placed you on this call. It's a Friday evening. I honor your time. It's time for me to sign out. I have my family here. I'm going to spend some time with them because that's why we do this business, so we can spend time with the things that money can't buy. We do this for time freedom and financial freedom so we can spend time with the people we love. Get back with the person who placed you on this call. Ask them any questions. As a matter of fact, as a leader, we make ourselves available right after the call to answer 3-way phone calls. You might not be clear on something. You might have doubt about the price, the money. Is it a pyramid? There are a lot of questions we get. We can handle all of them. We handle them with the truth. We're at peace with what we have, and we're about to blow this thing up and touch 1 million customers by 2027. It's absolutely done. I want to invite you to our special leadership call on Sunday. It's members only, but I do believe we can give you a link and a number that can put you on that call. You want to hear what we're about to announce. Now, if I were you, you got Saturday, then Sunday. Tell your upline or tell the person who just invited you, set me up for success on Sunday. Put me in, get me a position. I have some people who I think will be good at this. I want to invite them on the special call on Sunday. If they get excited about what they hear on Sunday, with you already having your position, I'm setting you up in the month of June for what I talked to you about. Get that extra $500-$600. It's coming to you and your household. We set you up in your first 30 days and get you to be profitable and successful. No guarantees. You got to put in the work. Let me put in the disclaimer, but we want to set you up for success. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. I am the only son of Cecil and the late Deborah Kwamina. It's been a plum-pleasing pleasure to serve you tonight. Welcome you in advance to Nvisionu. Great night and God bless. Bye-bye, everybody.